8 spiritual truths from the Vedas. Let's dive in. Number 1, always a good place to start. Number 1, the Vedas teach us there's actually only one thing in the universe. There's one source manifesting all these different forms that on the surface appear to be separate, but actually when you look underneath, it's all one thing manifesting as a multitude of form and phenomena. So when we pull back the veil, when we can see beyond the appearance of separation, the Vedas teach us there's actually only one thing in the universe. No thing produces everything. That space of possibility, that nothingness of potential is the factory, the cosmic warehouse from which anything rises out of, expresses itself, lives out its life, and dissolves or falls back into that singularity. Number 1, there's only one thing ultimately in the universe. Spoiler alert, you are that. I am that. Capital T, that. All of this is nothing but that. There's only one thing in the universe, and you are it. Number 2, the Vedas teach us that the world can only be for us as we can be for it. What I am giving out into the world is what I'm receiving. What I'm experiencing from life is a reflection of the capacity to which I'm able to contribute. I receive from life to the extent that I am able to show up and contribute to life. And this is what keeps the cycle of abundance flowing in the universe. In my willingness to give, in my willingness to offer that which I desire to receive, that which I desire to experience, in my willingness to be the source of that which I desire to receive. That's at the heart of the Vedic teaching. What you're giving is what you're receiving. The world can only show up for you to the extent that you are relevant to the world. So your receiving is in your giving. That's number 2. Number 3, the Vedas teach us that the present moment actually contains all of time. I used to think the present moment was just this kind of sensory snapshot of what was literally occurring to my senses right now. And I came to realize through my journey that this is ironically perhaps, a confining definition of the present. The present moment contains the past. Anytime I experience the past, it's right now. And the present moment is so vast that it also contains the future. Anytime I experience the future, it's right now. The present moment is so expansive that it contains both your past and your future. So presence, mindfulness, these notions aren't based on the content of your thinking. It's the degree of presence to which you bring to the content. It's the mindfulness that you offer to the experience. Even if you're contemplating the past, even if you're anticipating, fantasizing about, visualizing the future, to what extent are you anchored in the present as you experience that content? So the Vedas teach us the simple but powerful truth that your whole timeline, the whole timeline of your life, is contained in this moment. How you're showing up in this moment, who you're holding yourself to be, what you're focusing on, all of time is in the bubble, the whirlpool, the context of right now. That means your past is malleable and your future is malleable. These things are not fixed in some other dimension of time and space. It's all alive right here, right now, awaiting the transformation of your consciousness in the present. Because as your consciousness evolves in the present, as my consciousness evolves in the present, my past transforms and my future transforms. Because the person, the consciousness that's experiencing the past and the future is changing. So the experience of, the perception of, the interpretation of that content also changes, also upgrades with my present. So as I change my present, I also change my past and future. All of time is right now. That's number 3. Number 4 is a basic law of consciousness, and that is what we put our attention on grows stronger. If your potential experiences are like seeds in the soil, your consciousness is the water and the sunlight that cultivates, that germinates particular seeds and leaves other seeds in the dark. By process of elimination, that which you're not tending to in your garden, that which you're not attending to in your mind, is that which is getting left in the dark, so to speak. It's that which you're not cultivating. That which you're focusing on habitually, that which you continue to water with your attention in the form of sunlight and water and nutrients, those are the seeds that you're investing into. So the Vedas teach us a very simple spiritual truth. What you put your attention on is growing. This happens internally and externally. The more that you focus on how awesome you are, how much you've progressed, how much potential you live with moment to moment, how powerful you really are beyond your limiting beliefs, the more that you fund those thoughts and feelings and perspectives with your awareness, the more that those get amplified in your field of consciousness, the more that those possibilities get awoken. What's the past tense there? That's what gets woke inside of you, that which you're paying attention to. And on the flip side, that which you neglect with your consciousness is that which you are not watering and providing sunlight for. That is what will wither away. So if you're going to be focusing on anything in life, focus on that which you want to grow stronger, both within yourself and in your environment. What you're putting your attention on is that which is growing stronger. Alrighty, these are the top 4 spiritual truths from the Vedas. We got 4 more to go, and that's going to be for you, hand delivered, hot and ready in part 2. So definitely stick around for part 2. You'll see that video coming up shortly. And thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.